Why do you have a guitar?
We signed JT, I like the Phillies. We also signed DD, I like the Phillies.
I mean, it did rhyme.
Welcome back to All Sports All the Time.
Whoa.
You always get to do the interview. Why don't I get to do it? Parker, can we protest against Owen doing the intro?
The intro.
Can we protest against Owen doing the intro?
Fine. You can do it because it was your birthday yesterday. Because it was your birthday, you can intro it.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think he's trying to help you.
I know. You gotta wait for the moment, Owen. You're ruining it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Welcome back to All Sports All the Time, episode...
No, you're doing the intro.
I don't know what episode it is.
This is why he doesn't do the intro. He's like, he wants to do the
Episode
intro.
90.
No.
89?
He wants to do the intro. Come on, Owen, I'm gonna do it.
89?
Literally 5 seconds
89?
in. I think it's 85. But
No
I'm not
way.
Sure.
We're way higher than 85.
It's either 85 or 86.
I thought we were
I
way
thought it was
higher.
85.
Oh, I thought we were at 89.
I think it's 85 or 86.
I
Here,
thought we
let
did
me.
88 the other day.
This is All Sports All the Time, episode number 85.
The non-Zach Ertz episode.
As we clarified, next week will be the Zach Ertz episode.
But next week will also be a special episode.
Because it's the Super Bowl! Next week, not right now.
And we like to give you fun, unuseful
I think I broke
knowledge.
them.
Did you know that
do.
the Super Bowl...
I broke the mic.
The
Wait,
Super
did I break
Bowl...
it?
No, I think you just untightened it. You just gotta...
The Super
Keep going.
Bowl... Did you know that the Super Bowl has 10 letters in
What
it?
did you do?
What? What do you mean the Super Bowl has 10 letters in it?
No, the quotation mark Super Bowl has 10 letters in it.
No, it doesn't. It's
Yes.
9.
No, it's not.
SUPERBOWL.
No, you're right.
We can't even give you correct facts. We're really starting off hot here. We didn't know the episode number. Luke broke the stand.
No, I
window.
didn't.
Parker doesn't know how
Back
many
to normal.
letters are in Super Bowl.
And
This is going to be a great episode. We have a lot to talk
And I
about.
look like Donald Duck.
Matthew Stafford is going to the Rams, and
Matty
Jared
Staff.
Goff is being banished to Detroit. Nobody got voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame,
Well,
which is insane.
why
And
are
Nolan
you-
Arenado got traded,
we're
which
not gonna
nobody
talk about anything?
is talking about. But first, Luke's birthday was on January 30th. Yeah! Let's go, Luke. Take a bow. Take a bow. Yes.
Parker left, and
Take a
now
bow.
I'm really scared of
Take a
what's
bow.
gonna
Take a bow.
happen. I'm
What?
trying.
Parker left? Oh, I didn't notice. Hey,
so,
what happened?
It was
why,
Luke's
why are you
birthday.
looking like that? Luke seems confused. I don't know why.
Oh no!
and
Parker, you're next, by the way.
we
are.
love penguins, don't we, Luke?
We do.
We don't like.
Oh,
the
I thought you were gonna
penguins.
ask me. Oh,
We don't like the penguins. Though.
Oh, yeah.
like the hockey.
but the
team.
animals.
We
We
like
like-
the animals, but
Yeah.
the hockey team, we're Flyers fans because
No.
we're Philly fans. So
Yeah.
we
Me and
despise
Owen
the
like penguins.
We're yes.
I like the animal.
We love the movie Happy Feet.
Mhm.
Great movie.
Happy Feet 2, not quite as good, but
Yeah.
still
No,
a decent movie.
It's hard to find a movie that the second one is always as good as the first
yeah.
one.
And you know what goes on your feet? Socks. We got you some Happy Socks.
From Sweden.
From Sweden.
Happy
Open
Socks
it up.
from Sweden. They're really heavy socks. That's a shirt.
We
I mean-
baked him out.
Unless it's a really big sock. Bryson Dice.
Bryson
That is
Dice.
amazing.
The logo
All
on the
sports,
back.
That is
all the
amazing.
time.
Avengers font.
Arguably,
Phillies throwback.
nice. Arguably one of the best nicknames ever come up with in the nickname
Oh,
game.
I think it's the best that we've come up with.
I'll give
I would
myself
put it
that.
right at the top. You want to show people the
Yeah, I'll do that.
the
Like,
shirt?
we got
That is nice.
Cover Up Owen. We got
Yep,
the nice
yep, that's the goal.
shirt. Bryson Dice. Phillies throwbacks. Logo on the back. Always.
So, happy birthday.
Yes,
Still
happy birthday,
smells
Luke.
weird.
Now
Still
you're the
smells
same
weird.
age as me
Have
and
to
Owen.
wash it before I wear it, but
Yeah,
No,
whoa.
you have to wear it now.
what?
I had
That
to
was
wear
so aggressive.
Yeah, but I didn't get.
I had
didn't,
to wear my vinegar colored.
That was
covered
completely
shirt.
But I
different.
didn't lose a bet.
Very
It was my
different
birthday.
scenario.
Yeah,
That's true.
This is the. We are all the same age
We
for
are.
the year until March
16th.
16th. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say
So
17th.
we've got a month and a
16th.
half of us being the same age.
Yeah,
Wow. I was thinking about it. We're all obviously the same age right now.
And we can
Luke's
all drive,
technically,
legally.
Well, you can drive with, yeah.
I've driven on the road once.
Luke's
because then the snow
technically-
came and screwed that up.
It is snowing a lot right now. Luke is the youngest, but he's kind of the manliest of the three of us. He hunts. He does woodworking.
That's true.
Mostly those two.
The most redneck.
But like, what? No.
That's basically what you're saying, isn't it? Owen?
No, I'm not saying
Luke lives
that.
in Slango.
I live in the same place as you.
Yeah,
Parker
but you're
lives more in
closer.
the woods than I do.
Good point.
That's true. That's true.
But I feel like, despite being the youngest, Luke does the more manly activities.
That's true. Yeah.
Like woodworking. That's pretty high up there on the
that's
list.
up there. Yeah, that's.
I can't think of many things higher than that. Hunting, not quite as high. The woodworking is way up there. Hunting is on the list.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like Parker would just look out his window one day and Luke's over there chopping trees.
Yeah.
And Parker would just be like,
I've chopped down a tree with an axe before.
Exactly. See? Manly. That's what I'm telling you.
It was a combination of an axe and a saw.
Mm.
Like a hand saw.
Okay.
Not
Not quite
chainsaw.
as impressive, but that just saying
Yeah.
I chopped down a tree with an axe.
It was
I'm
a Christmas
not
tree.
quite sure
It
if
was,
I saw
we went to,
that.
We went to a no, it wasn't in your house. It was like a couple years
He's
ago.
making a saw joke, Luke.
Oh. Not always the brightest though.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I am pretty bright though.
Shine
That's
bright.
why
like
we had a segment
diamond.
called Luke's Light Bulbs.
Exactly.
Shine bright. Like a
Didn't last very
diamond.
long.
No,
But,
it didn't. It was very short-lived.
but it was good.
It ended in a 15-minute discussion about how much pizza Americans eat.
Exactly, and it made it
Day.
into the 2020 rewind, so I will
It
take
did.
it.
It blew
It
my
did.
fuse. I'll tell you that.
That just sounds weird.
Speaking
Please don't
of
say that.
speaking of blown fuses, Jared Goff's fuse was probably
Oh.
blown when he found
Probably
out he's
something else
going from
about
L.A. to Detroit.
And JG Grable will make sure that they diffuse all of your issues.
We weren't there yet.
I mean, we could do it right now. Why not?
I saw a JG Grable truck yesterday.
Van.
Van.
And
Truck van.
you know what it
Tran.
said on the back?
What?
There were two things you could have said. You could have said
was
Tran
cool.
or Buck, but that's
I'm not
a little weird. So we're not gonna say that one.
Oh, Luke.
I didn't say it.
You're on fire today, man. You
I
came
did
in
not
hot.
say it.
Drop it like it's
Parker, you want to talk about JG Grable?
Okay, yeah. JG Grable,
Oh.
small family owned and operated company dedicated to doing whatever you want. They will do all of your plumbing services at a very discounted price because you will get $25 off if you mention JG Grable Plumbing.
Wait.
You can call them at 717
Who are you mentioning?
3276. It's mentioned all sorts all the time.
What did he say?
He said if you mention JG Grable Plumbing.
So let them know that you came
Oh,
from
man.
us and they'll give you a discount.
And
Yes.
then maybe you can get yourself a Bryson Dice t-shirt.
Sure, if you let us know if you guys want to buy these. It's not super expensive to make t-shirts.
It looks great.
You guys DM us, we could ship them to you. So
Yes,
just
it does.
let us know if you like the Bryson Dice shirt. So
Jared Goff,
Matthew Stafford,
Rams,
Lions.
Bills.
What?
Battle circle.
2.
Always.
Jared
Always right
Goff
there with
to
it.
the Lions, Matthew Stafford to the Rams.
Well, Jared Goff and two
Two
first-round
first-round
picks
picks.
and a third.
Yeah.
Isn't that surprising?
It
Which
was
is
That just
crazy.
proves how good my fantasy team
Let's-
is. I've become my GM for my players. I negotiate and get their contracts, get their trades.
Who did
So
have?
you got Matthew
Stafford?
Stafford to the
I
Rams.
got Matthew Stafford. He wanted out of Detroit. He called me up. I was like, all right, I got you, buddy. I got him to the Rams, and I got value out of that.
I was just gonna ask you guys that. Who got the better end of the deal?
I mean, it had to have been the Lions.
It's got to
Detroit
be.
Lions.
I think Matthew Stafford, I think it's just a glorified Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
No. I think I do agree with you that I think the Lions got a great value, but I think that the Rams are going to be seen at the end of this as the winners of the trade because everybody's trashing them for the first round picks now. But if they do well next year, we're going to completely forget about that. Matthew Stafford's been stuck in Detroit this whole time. I think that Jared Goff is very much a system QB, and Sean McVay could do this with literally anybody. And now he actually has a good quarterback who doesn't turn the ball over a bunch. And I think the Rams are going to be really good next year. Conference championship.
Okay.
Oh.
I like
Conference
it.
championship
So
for the Rams.
better than Seattle.
Yes.
Really.
Yep.
Do you think Seattle's going to fall apart
Even
midseason
with
like they
Russell
did this
Wilson.
year?
I think
Well, we all thought Seattle was going to be insane, and they were for the first half, and then they just
they fell
apart.
off. Yeah.
They fell
I think they'll be right up there with the 49ers and Rams battling for first place in the West.
Nice.
You can't count Seattle out.
Oh,
Now-
no.
No,
They
I mean,
always make the playoffs, no matter what. They're just always in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, maybe they'll make the playoffs.
I think
but
they'll make
I don't
the
think the
playoffs,
Seahawks will
but-
win
But
the
then
division.
how about the Cardinals? They're still good. Like, is
They're
everybody
good, but I think the
forgetting
Cardinals
about-
are the worst team in that division.
Is everybody forgetting?
Which is the West is insane.
Kyler Murray is going to take another step forward. This is only going to be his third year.
Yeah.
Third year QBs go off. And he
Like
has
who?
like every single third round every single third year QB.
There it is.
And he has DeAndre Hopkins. Like,
Yeah, and how'd that work this year?
it was pretty decent.
It was.
They won-
but they're in the West, so it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I don't know the answer to this. That's why I'm asking you. What year of QBing was Nick Foles in when he won us the Super Bowl?
Like the 11.
Quite a few, probably like 6th or 7th. He got drafted in
No, I knew he was. I knew he was older.
2012 or
2012.
2013 was his like breakout
Yeah.
year,
Okay.
and
Just
then
curious.
so
I don't know why I thought back to
2017.
that, but-
So it was his 5th
Just
year.
curious.
It was year 5.
We're in
for
sync
Foles.
this podcast episode.
We really are.
You guys said Tran, me and Owen said 2012 at the same time.
I'm feeling like this is going to be a really good episode.
Oh, going back to trades with quarterbacks, and I saw this one thing that I would think would be very interesting, and I'd like to see it.
Pause on that.
Deshaun Watson to the Packers, Aaron Rodgers to the Niners.
That would be
That would be very interesting, and it would be
Insane.
amazing.
And the Packers would
Wow.
be good for another like 80 years.
what would they do with Jordan Love? Trade him away for more draft picks.
Yeah.
What else would you do? I mean, the Packers receiving core, while they have Devontae Adams, who is insane,
That's
they've
it.
just got. I mean,
Nobody
you're telling
else.
me Valdez Scantling isn't bad. He's not bad. He's not great, but he's not bad.
He's not that good.
He's
Aaron
trash.
Rodgers, I'm pretty sure. Well, Deshaun Watson would also make him good.
Well, exactly. Aaron Rodgers made
But
him look good. So.
The receiving core is nothing compared to like a normal good receiving core.
Well, yeah,
it's below
but-
average.
You would say it's below average.
The Packers wide receiver group is below average. Yes,
Yeah, it is.
I would.
It is.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers makes them good. I can't believe you turned from the. Remember when you said the Packers like were going to be terrible this coming
I
season?
know we did have that discussion.
You said that they were.
I didn't say they were going to be terrible. I said they were overrated last year.
Yeah, and that they weren't going to go like 13-3 again.
And then they did.
Yeah, and you said like
Yeah.
you
And then Aaron Rodgers got the MVP. So.
yeah you said
Yeah.
yourself you were like there's no way it's
There's
literally
no
just
way Aaron Rodgers
and
can
he
do
has
this
no
by
help.
himself.
Yeah.
But he can because he's that good, and Tom Brady has to build an all-star team to beat him.
I'm just saying you changed your opinion on Aaron Rodgers in one season. That's all I'm saying.
It's
I
kinda-
didn't think he was this good.
It's kind of hard
But
not
he
to when he
is.
wins the MVP. I will admit, it's kind of hard not to change your opinion when someone wins the MVP.
He was incredible this year.
At least
How did we
at
get
least he
here
admits
from
that he had
that?
another opinion and didn't
Oh, yeah.
argue that he was good.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers, I'm just making a bunch of weird NFC West predictions this year. If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Niners, they win the Super Bowl. It's a Niners-Rams NFC Championship. Niners win, and then the Niners win the Super Bowl if they get Aaron
Even though you
Rodgers.
just said that the Rams were going to win the NFC championship.
No, I said they would be in the NFC
Okay.
Championship.
Okay.
So
I thought
it's
you said they
Rams,
win.
Niners,
Niners win.
Stafford
Who do they
versus
play- who do
Rodgers.
they play?
Two former NFC North quarterbacks playing each other now in the West.
What about-
full circle?
No. What
Aaron
about
Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers isn't
what do you
as
say
good as
about
Tom
AFC? Is it going to be the Chiefs again?
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Aaron Rodgers isn't as good as Tom Brady. He can't pick his team and they go to the Super Bowl like Tom Brady.
Watch him pick his team this year and take them to the Super Bowl.
He can't. He
Watch
can't do
him.
that. That's
Aaron
not gonna
Rodgers
happen.
has struggled to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he has.
He has.
Tom
He's,
Brady.
he's very good.
He's
He does-
also been surrounded with
Aaron-
people like Mike McCarthy his entire career.
Aaron Rodgers does deserve to go to the
Tom
Super
Brady
Bowl.
was surrounded by Bill Belichick, arguably the worst coach of all time.
Did you actually just
And
say
he
that?
Can't, you know you can't make that.
You
case.
can't argue that. You know you can't
do
argue that.
That's impossible.
Uh,
You know you can't.
There is no arguing that.
Let's.
Parker.
What were we even?
Let's just stray away from
Stafford
this.
Goff. The Rams have no first round picks
Ever.
until we are all out of high school.
They're going to suck.
wow.
Well, it's
Yeah.
people are trashing them for not having these picks, but I do kind of think that they did the right thing here. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we're already pretty much all in on the next few years. We don't have many draft picks.
And eventually
Let's
they're gonna
just
have to
go.
rebuild anyway.
Yeah, let's just go entirely all the way in
Yeah.
and just make as many moves as we can for the next 3-4 years.
Because they know they're going down soon.
Exactly.
And they're going to have to rebuild anyway, so just go in. All
Just
in.
go
And
entirely
maybe that'll
all
get.
in.
Maybe eventually it'll lead to more leverage in the future.
Or a Super Bowl.
That too.
In my
Probably not,
opinion,
but-
I'm just gonna say
we'll see.
something real quick.
I mean, the Rams did make the Super Bowl, 2 years ago, and it was the worst Super Bowl I've ever watched.
It was. But now
Yeah.
they don't have Jared Goff, so.
In my opinion, Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford Matthew Stafford's older, Jared Goff is a little bit younger, and I view them about the same. Stafford might be a little bit better, but, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that Jared Goff is that much worse. And they gave up 2 first-round picks along with the second just to get Stafford third. And he's older, too. So like
I have to agree with Parker. I agree. Matthew Stafford is definitely better than Jared Goff. However,
it's not 2 first-round picks better. And he's older, too.
He's not enough better for
I don't think the Rams
caliber
really care
of the
about
trade.
age. I think they'd rather have an older guy because they're in win now mode. They don't have time to develop a younger guy.
Yeah, but
I'm sure you guys are shocked about this. I'm a big believer in the coaching system's impact on a team.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, wow.
Shocker.
Wow.
So I'm a big
surprising.
believer in McVay being able to turn Goff into something much better than he was. So I'll be really interested to see Goff with Dan Campbell biting off people's kneecaps left and right as his head coach versus genius Sean McVay. So that'll be very telling. No one made it into the Baseball Hall of Fame this
Pretty
year.
crazy. Barry Bonds, great player.
This is confusing to me. Why did nobody make it in?
Because they need a certain voting percentage, and they all got like just under it. So there wasn't
I believe
enough.
75% of the vote.
Oh, is it 75?
I think you need 75%
So, I mean, they were all-
of people to vote yes for you to get in.
Were they all in the 60s?
Kurt Schilling got to 70%. Everybody else was
got
under
270,
70%.
okay.
Because it's all the people
Yeah.
who had PEDs, steroids. I was shocked Kurt Schilling made it as close as he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, all those people are coming up for election. Luckily, they'll still have a ceremony because the 2021 got canceled last year. So it was going to be 2020 and 2021 nominees or inductees combined this year. But now it's just 2020. So
there was no 2020.
So
it's
who
not
were the
terrible.
options? Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
wasn't he
The
good?
notables
Like, really
that were up to try to get in would be Barry Bonds and Kurt Schilling.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They were the top 2 that people talk
I
about.
don't know who was even the third
every
big
year.
one, but that wasn't that great.
Um,
I mean, that wasn't that big. I feel like there was a third one.
Nobody's voting Sammy
How
Sosa
about-
and Mark McGwire, but
Wait, why not?
because they use performance-enhancing drugs, steroids.
So they're never.
I don't
So
remember.
they
Maybe
like,
there
especially
wasn't.
Barry Bonds was insane, but nobody counts it as like real because he used steroids.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. How about Carl Yakstra or something? Like Carl Y.
Do you know who he's talking about?
No.
Carl Yastrzemski.
Yeah.
Oh, him.
Yastrzemski.
He played in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. Is he in?
He's in, yeah.
Okay.
What? I mean, I'm
I
impressed
know
that you know him, but like,
We're not
speaking
talking
of
about this right
baseball
now.
players who are really, really good,
JT Realmuto, best
And
catcher
Didi
in
Gregorius.
baseball. Yes, Didi,
He is the best
Didi
catcher in
amazing,
baseball.
but best catcher in baseball.
We
on
were
our
terrified
team.
that he
I
would
am
not get
so
re-signed.
happy right now.
Ray.
we were supposed to re-sign him before opening day last year,
Yeah.
and they
didn't happen.
finally signed him almost a year later.
I'm so happy. You
It
don't
was
even
a
understand.
stressful time.
My heart is happy.
We
It's
traded
cool.
good players for him.
It is amazing.
Why did Parker just?
I don't know, but let's just keep talking about JT being signed to the Phillies.
It's
This
so
season,
good.
We're
to be
signing
back,
pitchers.
JT.
We're expanding our bullpen.
We got
got-
Archie Bradley, the
Exactly.
big bearded man.
We're
Why do you have a guitar?
We signed JT. I like the Phillies. We also signed DD. I like the Phillies.
I mean, it did rhyme. You got to give him credit for that.
yeah. It wasn't bad.
It was clearly well thought out in the
We
10
signed
seconds
JT. We
since he
signed
ran
Didi,
over.
and we like the Phillies. I think
That pretty much sums it up.
That's
Pretty simple. If you'd
sums
thrown
it up.
something about best catcher in baseball in there, it would have been a little better, but that doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't.
So, and the big trade that nobody's talking about, it obviously got swallowed up by Stafford Goff, but even before
We
that,
signed the best catcher in baseball.
in base B,
Like, you know how sometimes you'll say B ball,
I-
like for basketball, but like you're just base and then B and no, okay,
No.
no,
we really got to have you write our next music video that we do. See what he comes up with.
no.
Nobody's talking about the Nolan Arenado trade, even before the blockbuster Rams-Lions trade.
Yeah,
Naren
Olinato.
Olinato, everybody's favorite baseball player. Nolan Arenado is the best third baseman in baseball, and he just got traded to the St. Louis Cardinals, who really capitalized on being in a terrible NL
Yeah, they
Central.
did.
and really just distanced themselves. 2 huge moves by the Cardinals the last couple of off seasons, getting Paul Goldschmidt and now getting Nolan Arenado.
Gargantuous.
So the Cardinals are going to be better. Probably still not as good as the Dodgers or Padres because they're both loaded, but they have made a well-timed move to help them win the NL Central because nobody else is really that good.
They will get better. They will keep getting better as long as they don't make.
Tough. I mean,
they will keep betting.
You're just really trying to derail us at every turn.
They will keep getting better as long as they don't make any stupid moves. And in a few years, I think they will be very, very, very happy.
Oh yes, they've got both of these guys locked up long term. Nolan Arenado,
I don't know
probably
what,
one of the more underrated players in the league.
Areas are looking like, but
the draft is harder to do with baseball because it takes so long for prospects to come up.
Yeah, exactly. They don't really.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd say Nolan Arenado is one of the more underrated players in baseball. Not by baseball people, but just like generally, if you ask somebody like name the best baseball players, you'll get Mike Trout, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis. Nobody really mentions Nolan Arenado. But he is
very good,
so good, and now
what
he's
position does he play?
Finally in St. Louis, third base.
Third place.
Third place.
Does he like play on offense, or is he just third base player?
Most people who play in the field play on offense.
Yes.
Oh, so
unless you're the pitcher.
So he does hit the ball.
Well,
is
he's a very good hitter. His main skill is his defense. Let's say if on a scale of 9 out of 10. He's like a 9.5 on defense and a 9 on offense. Okay. So it's like he's really good at both, but his defense is highlight reel amazing.
It's incredible.
Gotcha.
The Super Bowl
is coming.
Is in 6 days when this.
Boo Tom Brady.
Boo Tom Brady. Boo Tom Brady. Wow.
Boo Tom Brady.
In on it.
Boo Tom Brady. Okay.
Now that we got that out of our system.
Let's not even go around and say who we pick.
Well, let's set the table of... None of this matters because Luke has lost.
Yes, I have.
Parker has won. Parker's picks versus Paglia's picks.
Yeah,
congratulations, Parker.
1-1.
I get $5.
No, you don't. We never bet. We did not make a bet. You tried to make a bet, and I didn't agree to it because I didn't want to bet.
You agreed to it.
You guys had this same argument at the beginning of the picks,
and I didn't agree to it.
And you did not. Neither of you. No, you had this same discussion where you said the winner gets $10, I think, and Luke said we never agreed to that.
No, but he did agree to it.
I'd never agreed to it.
We're gonna tell you guys what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. Sure, it's Monday and it's happening in 6 days, but we can just tell
Maybe you're
these sorts of
listening
things.
to this on Saturday before the Super Bowl starts.
So we all know that
the Super Bowl happens, I should say.
Yeah, and then you can listen back to it after the Super Bowl because that'd be fun. So let's start off with you, Parker. We know the Chiefs are going to win. What is the first thing that's going to happen in the Super Bowl?
The first thing that's going to happen, you heard it here first, somebody is going to walk into the stadium.
There you go. Superficial storylines, predictions, / facts. So somebody's going to walk into the stadium. And then the coin flip is going to be flipped by a referee. It's going to land on heads, which is what the Bucks picked. They defer, and the Chiefs get the ball first. Luke, what happens after that?
After the Chiefs get the ball, they're going to let it go out the back of the end zone because why not? Why wouldn't they?
Smart.
First play, they're going to be on the 25-yard line. They're going to run the ball.
Inside zone or a pitch to the outside?
No, inside, definitely inside.
Inside zone.
Clyde Edwards is going to run for 7.583 yards.
And
then
measurements were that specific.
He's going to get tackled, but land left elbow, back, and then he's...
Who tackles him?
Who tackles him? Ooh, who tackles him? Parker, who tackles him?
Frank.
Okay. So the rogue fan runs on the field. Yeah. And then what? Then what happens after that? A guy named Frank runs on the field. First play of the game.
Yeah, takes off Tyreek Hill's jersey because Tyreek Hill starts chasing him.
Okay.
He takes off Tyreek Hill's jersey, runs around like this. On Tyreek Hill like a horse.
Oh, rides him like that. Tyreek Hill allows him to do this.
No, he forces Tyreek into doing it.
Oh, okay.
Until they get to the end zone.
Okay.
Where he jumps onto the goalpost, starts climbing it with his gymnastic skills until he's at the top, jumps into the net, and stays there the rest of the game.
Interesting. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady are just kind of chatting on the sideline. Like, the two teams are they come over and they're just talking with each other like they would at the end of the game, just watching this spectacle, and Brady and Mahomes are chatting, and at the end of their conversation, they shake hands, and Mahomes intentionally grips way too strong and breaks Tom Brady's thumb.
Oh, wow.
Tom Brady is not too happy about this, but he's like, I've cheated before. It's totally fine. I completely understand. And he reaches into his left pant leg, grabs a torch, turns to Bruce Arians, grabs a lighter, lights the torch, and hands it to Patrick Mahomes, who starts walking towards Andy Reid.
Andy Reid is like, let's go. My new QB is the legend of the NFL. Give me that torch. I need to have it as a trophy. Patrick Mahomes accidentally lights Andy Reid's bald head on fire. His skin starts burning, and Andy Reid
off
really
him.
quick.
No, and,
This got really graphic really quick.
and now Andy Reid looks like he has black hair. Instead
Okay.
Owen?
Left me at a great spot. So we return to action. The Chiefs still have the ball. Andy Reid, emboldened by his new toupee, calls for a Hail Mary. Patrick Mahomes launches the ball roughly 70 yards. Frank catches it up on the net because Mahomes threw it too far, drops it down to Travis Kelce, who catches it for a touchdown. Chiefs are up 7-0.
Well, what do you do after a touchdown? You obviously celebrate. So what are the Chiefs going to do? They celebrate. They run over to Andy Reid and grab the torch, which he's still holding. I don't know why, since it singed his head and gave him a nice toupee. Still holding the torch. They grab the torch, and Frank, who's still on the net, gets lit on fire.
Okay.
Frank's pant leg starts going up his pant leg, catching on fire, and then he jumps into... You know how sometimes, like, they have, like, the covers over the seats, like the big, large covers?
Oh, yeah.
He jumps onto one of those.
I'm pretty sure the stadium will be full, but okay. Maybe somebody left to go get a drink.
Okay, we'll rephrase that. He doesn't jump on a cover. He jumps into a crowd of people.
He goes crowd surfing.
And the guy below him oddly has a can of gas.
Oh,
and
how did he get that into the stadium?
And I'm not going to finish that sentence, Parker.
Well, Tom Brady is like, man, this is going to ignite our team.
Ignite our team. Our team's getting ignited tonight, boys.
Yeah, and he heaves it downfield on their next drive.
Yeah.
What happened to the guy with the gas can?
Oh, we don't have to speak.
Got ignited.
It's very...
It ignited the
TVs shut off. They did that, the blank screen.
It was like the Ravens Super Bowl.
They couldn't show it.
The Ravens Super Bowl.
Yeah. Anyway.
And so Tom Brady, Hail Mary, because to Mike Evans on the first play. But no, the Honey Badger intercepts it.
Wow.
Guess what happens?
Should I go?
Goes all the way.
I thought it was...
What?
But doesn't score a touchdown. Tom Brady goes DK Metcalf mode. Stops him at the 1 yard line.
What a great image.
I can just picture Tom Brady.
I can't top that. Can't top that.
Okay.
All right. So we fast forward. It's the halftime show, right?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody's super excited about the halftime show. Don't even know who's doing it. But people,
I think it's
other
the
people.
weekend. It might be the weekend.
Sure. Other people are excited about it. And unfortunately, Gronk is not the brightest guy. He takes a wrong turn in the stadium. Remember, keep in mind, this is the Bucs stadium.
Yeah.
He's been in this stadium many times. Takes a wrong turn, ends up, instead of going into the locker room, which is on the left, takes a right, ends up going down the tunnel that goes underneath the field and comes up into the middle of the stage for the big finale. Gronk is, unfortunately, accidentally the big finale, gets sent straight up into the middle of the stadium for the last song, and then what?
And then he sees one of the backup dancers sitting on the ground crying because she was supposed to be part of the big finale, but Gronk kind of kicked her out because Gronk's a big guy, he has to kick out multiple people.
Gronk
Takes up a lot of
smash!
Well, no, kind of, not really though. Gronk decides, you know what? I kind of look like John Cena, even though he doesn't, but he thinks he does.
Yeah.
He's like, I am John Cena. And then he just RKO's down on this backup dancer. She breaks her left arm and her right pinky finger.
Wow.
And
And then we returned to the game.
We returned to the action, which somehow missed the third quarter and the first 10 minutes of the fourth quarter. So now there's only 2 minutes left in the game.
We just fast forwarded, yeah. It was a weird thing that happened. All the TVs glitched.
It was kind of like WandaVision. There was just glitches.
Yeah.
It might have been because of Gronk.
I think
We don't
he
know.
accidentally crushed someone with superpowers who just fast forwarded the game.
Yeah.
Sure.
And when they got hurt, the pain just kind of shot through them and they fast forwarded. Sorry, Parker, continue.
So Patty Mahomes, all he has to do is not screw up, and they win the Super Bowl, right?
Because
Well,
they're still up. They're still up 7-0. Nothing else. No, there have been no other
It's the
scores.
lowest scoring Super Bowl in the history until the final 2 minutes, when the Chiefs score, then the Bucks score, then the Chiefs score, then the Bucks score, then the Chiefs score, then the Bucks score.
Next thing you know, within 45 seconds,
It's 35-28.
Chiefs.
Insane, just like that.
No,
In-
35. Oh, I thought it was 35-28 Bucks.
I thought he said an even number of them.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Chiefs
Oh.
are winning by 7 still.
okay, yeah.
And
Yeah, I know it's hard to tell.
Oh, that's right,
A
the
lot,
Chiefs-
a lot
the
happened
Chiefs-
in
I
45
forgot what
seconds.
happened.
There were
The
a lot
Chiefs
of kick
started with the
return
ball.
touchdowns.
Yeah,
All of a
Chiefs started
sudden,
with
it
the
was
ball.
crazy.
Yeah.
so the Chiefs are winning by 7, and they have to kick it off to the Bucks.
Should
For
overtake
some
over?
reason,
Okay.
they do an onside kick.
What?
Like, for some weird reason, and guess who's there to scoop it up?
Tom Brady.
Frank!
Frank somehow broke through security. Oh, and you should take it from
Again.
He's
All
back.
right, so Frank picks up the ball, but pulls a what's the dude's name? Pulls a what's his name? Jim Marshall. Do you guys know who Jim Marshall is? He was the Vikings defensive lineman who scooped up a fumble and then returned it the wrong
Oh,
way
yeah!
for a touchdown.
Yeah, I
He
saw
pulls
that.
a Jim Marshall, runs the wrong way. Tom Brady's flipping out on the sideline, screaming like one of his wide receivers just dropped a pass. So Brady is sprinting for the second time in this game, sprinting down the sideline, trying to catch Frank. He doesn't. Frank thinks he scores, but pulls a Deshaun Jackson, drops the ball out of one, trying to celebrate, and then the clock is at 5 seconds and counting down. Tom Brady, desperate to not lose this game, runs onto the field, picks up the ball, and tries to run back. Doesn't even have his helmet on. Gets absolutely crushed by Tyrann Mathieu to end the game. And the Chiefs win. But then,
Post-game.
post-game show,
So, Lombardi Trophy, right? It's sitting
back-to-back for the Chiefs.
Exactly. It's sitting right on a table podium somewhere. It's just sitting there. They're not holding it yet. They haven't picked it up yet. It's sitting there. Hasn't been presented to them. They're all celebrating. They all have their shirts and the confetti and the hats. Haven't quite gotten to the Lombardi yet. Frank
Oh no. Frank just
Frank?
keeps coming back.
comes out from under the podium.
Security in this place is awful.
Takes the Lombardi, replaces it with the Low Expectation League's trophy, runs and sells it on eBay to Parker really quickly. Parker receives the Lombardi trophy because, he won last season, so he has the Lombardi this year. He signs it with a Sharpie marker. So now there's Sharpie marker on the Lombardi.
I had Parker
and-
using his eBay skills to flip it for a profit.
Up. Patrick Mahomes goes to pick up the trophy because we know Patrick Mahomes. He goes to pick it up, accidentally bumps it before he picks it up, knocks it off the table, and the football falls off of the cup.
Because it's glued there, and if it gets knocked over, it falls off immediately every year.
Exactly.
And that's how the Super Bowl is going to happen. Thank you guys for listening to episode...
85.
Yeah, there we go.
Non-Zach episode.
Feeling alive.
Actually, that's...
Eating chives.
That's a...
In my beehive.
85 still alive is one of my favorite phrases that I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah, 85 still alive.
I want to say that every day when I'm
86
85.
picking up sticks.
85 still alive. I don't want to be picking up sticks when I'm 86.
87 going to heaven.
88 feeling great.
89 so divine.
Okay, you stole that from Joe Burrow.
90. Don't wipe my hiney.
91.
Still
Stop
having
it,
fun.
hun.
92.
No, 91 just lost my hun.
Luke's are so dark. Keep going.
92. Can't go number 2.
93. I just blew out my left knee.
I thought you were gonna say it's just me.
94. Please help me open the door.
95. Why am I still alive?
96. I don't know how to pick up bricks.
97. Now I'm in heaven.
98. Help me. I don't. My feet.
Okay, we're gonna cut it right there.
Goodbye.
Wow.